Moffett, I encourage you, I promise you. Kevin Moffett, I encourage you, I promise you.
This is an encouraging time to be up in front of such great speakers. And encouragement is something that is really special. It's something that means you're boosting somebody up. You're increasing them. You're making them feel better about themselves. You're helping them to rise above something that they otherwise could not have done. Encouragement is something that we give and we get every day. Along with encouragement, however, there are also promises that need to be made. A promise is a commitment. It's an oath. It's a promise to fulfill. It's an agreement that if you fulfill something, you will get something in return. Encouragement is only the start, but the getting in return with the promises are absolutely wonderful. I encourage you to remember a couple of things, and one of my great philosophies in life is this: you will always be wherever you are. You will always be with you no matter where you are. One more time. No matter where you are, Linda, you will always be with you. And you know something? You can't do anything about that. You are stuck with you. You are stuck with you, and you know something? It's important that you understand that if you're going to be stuck with you, you need to learn to like you. It's been interesting. I spend a lot of time in hospitals and rehab centers, and one of the things I notice is that the suicide rate in this country is beginning to go through the roof. And you know why? Because people don't like themselves. I encourage you to do things in your life that will make you feel good about yourself. Coming here will do that. It will help you to learn to like yourself. If you like yourself, you will be able to obtain things that you wouldn't have otherwise. I promise you that if you spend the time learning how to like yourself by doing those things that will enable that, you will be happier. Not only will you like yourself, but others will like you as well more. I also encourage you to take time when you go to work. I want you to think about why you go there. You know, most people when they go to work, they think they're there to engage in friendships and maybe to socialize. The reality of it is, I think we go to work to provide for somebody else. When I go to work, I don't go to work for my employer. I don't even go to work for me. I go to work for my children, my wife, and my family. And it's important to me that when I go to work, that I focus my goals that direction, because you know something? I become a better employee, and if you're an employer, you'll become a better employer because you understand why you're there. I promise you that if you will go to work with that in mind and set your goals based upon what your needs truly are at home, you will find more success at work. You will get those promotions that you want to get. And you know something? You'll love life. And you'll understand when you leave work, that's what you're going home for. You'll reap the rewards of working at a job to provide for someone else. I encourage you as well to read good books. Jim Collins in the book Good to Great talked many times about getting on the bus and making sure you're in the right seat. Many times people get on the wrong bus. So before we can get in the right seat, it's important that we have the guts to take a look at ourselves and determine if we're even on the right bus. Once we get on that right bus, then it's time to search and find that right seat. Stephen Covey talks about 7 habits. One thing I've learned, and I encourage you to do this, if you've got habits that you don't like, don't just get rid of them. I encourage you to replace them with a good habit. Bad habits don't go away, they have to be replaced. If you smoke too much, stop, suck on your thumb. If you drink too much, start drinking water. If you don't spend enough time with your husband and your family, rethink where you're at and spend that time. I promise you that if you will do that, you'll find happiness at home and inner peace from doing the things that are very, very important. I remember as a boy, I was at a movie with a girlfriend, and the movie was I'm showing my age, but there's a movie called Brian's Song. Song about Brian Piccolo, who played for the Chicago Bears along with Gale Sayers, a fantastic running back. Brian Piccolo had cancer. And the whole story is about the friendship between Brian Piccolo and Gale Sayers and how their bond and friendship was so strong that no matter what, Gale supported him in spite of the fact that it may have hurt his career initially. After Brian Piccolo's death, Gale Sayers became one of the greatest running backs in history, and his inspiration and his encouragement was indeed Brian Piccolo. Take the time to enjoy those kind of things in your life. Make them a part of your life so that you can learn. I encourage you to keep a journal. Many of you have heard me talk about journals. Write down the things that you hear. If you hear something tonight that inspires you, write it down. If you don't, you'll forget it. It becomes a fleeting thought. Fleeting thoughts are simply a thought that never happened. Record what you hear, record what you know so that you won't forget it. The time that we have here in this life is short. How you choose to use it is your choice, and it's your choice alone. You can squander it away, or you can set goals, you can achieve. I encourage you to take the opportunities that are given to you in this life and achieve. But you need to find direction, find focus, find that thing that inspires you to be you and to enjoy life because you're doing what you like. I promise you, if you do, you will find greater success in your life, greater happiness, and the feeling of peace that comes in no other way. Madam Toastmaster.